Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. So recording time of 9:03 a.m. on Eastern Time. Ethereum contract $2,546, down about 1.70% so far. Respect to overall crypto market, you see clearly we are in a downward slash kind of flat level at the moment. We were surging with the key coins yesterday, approximately around the same level in percentage, but on the positive side of the spectrum. And on the altcoin side of the house, we are relatively flat all over again. Some selective coins are selling more off a little bit more than other. With respect to Terra, which we were expecting based on a technical analysis, that we're extremely overbought. At the same time, we're about to form a death cross, approximating from the 100 mark that we tried to attempt two times of surging back up to a $105 level, but gave up and came back at the 95 and then subsequently go back to 90. So we are hovering around just like at the comfortable level of $90 at the moment. At the blink of breaking below to the next two levels, right? 62, 52 to 45 from here. And on the media affectation front, there are a couple of catalysts that's coming out. First one is with respect to the oil price. It continues to fall for the second day. Now it's hovering below the $100 mark. As of this morning, it slid by 8% to the $94.55 per barrel. Which is, we're normalizing based on the trade dynamics that we've been maneuvering through. In addition to that, we are also seeing airline stocks getting a boost in a pre-market perspective, as there are many airline companies raising their revenue outlooks with respect to Delta rose about 6%, United and Southwest all gained about 4% respectively. And on the one of the biggest catalysts in this morning is coming out from the Labor Department with respect to the PPI report, which is the Producer Price Index report. It rose by 0.8% in February from the previous month. And it's basically slightly lower than expected of a 0.9% estimate by Dow Jones. But despite that, it still shows like a 10% gain from the same time last year. And if you look at the core PPI specifically, excluding like food, energy, and trade services, it rose just about 0.2%. So that's below expectations by threefold of 0.6%. Okay. And in addition to that, with respect to the Russian war, it still seems like it's cultivating. They were set to continue the talk today between Russia and Ukraine to have a fourth round of negotiations. So there isn't any development on at least on a progressive front based on what we have heard so far on the media front. And Russia is in serious financial trouble. They have series of deadlines that they need to be met to pay off their debt payments. So it seems like it's ballooning on their front. So their economy is definitely tanking, which is definitely, I'm not saying they caused it themselves, but with the sanction that's being performed and their financial assets, in the country perspective, is being kind of frozen at the moment. It's going to be a detriment on their long term economical outlook going forward. In addition to that, we are seeing some further news around China. On their depictions around the relationship between Ukraine and Russia, and basically what based on the conversation that U.S. officials held with China yesterday for like a 7-hour meeting, Beijing or the president in China, he specifically said that they are not in support of Russia, but nor are they part of this how would you say battle, if you may. They don't consider the Russia-Ukraine war to be an invasion, so they will still continue to trade with Russia. They will take the more of a diplomatic stand rather than joining forces alongside the United States or alongside with UK to be supporting or not supporting. So they just kind of being more like a bystander in this equation. So it is what it is. And the other ones that I'm seeing with respect to the COVID breakout in China, it seems like they are surging all over again with multiple different cities and businesses being shut down across China. So that's more hindrance in Chinese ecosystem. And then with respect to today's the beginning of the Fed's meeting kickoff. So we'll hear more about the FOMC meeting transcript tomorrow on the depictions on the interest site. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. So let's just dive into technicals. With respect to recording time of 9:08 a.m. on the Eastern time. So we're basically below the 2621, just about, I would say, $60 below it. And at the moment we are, let me just double click on making sure that we're correct. So with the 43 out of 70, we're curving up. So we're just trading on a sideways fashion, relatively flat, not really doing much. Still in a not the most active, weeks or days so far, due to lack of catalyst. But if we sell down, we need to go down to the 2362. If we go up, we're gonna need to break above 2621 and then continue to leap up to 2853 from here. Bitcoin down about 2%. At the moment right now, the 47 out of 70. So with respect to the current setup right now, if tomorrow is going to be a positive catalyst, if we are able to beat Wall Street estimates, going up above the $40,000 again and continue a bullish rally could be possible. But knowing the fact that we're at the 47 right now, breaking all the way up to 44 can be a stretch, right? So we still need to kind of confirm on that reversal. I think, dollar cost averaging at the 37,500 will be logical for us, and the worst we will see would possibly be the 34,500 from here. Dogecoin down about 1.6%. Anywhere from current level all the way to 1066 is still logical at the 35 out of 70. So really oversold at the moment. We are about to form a cross section up. So this has been just a dying assets as a whole. But we are basically near bottom. And if you just take a look at the psychology sheets that we at right now, we are clearly within the anger/depression stage right now. So would it make sense for you to sell now? Absolutely not. This is the worst time to be selling. You were asking your questions like, who shorted the market? Why did the government allow this to happen? Things like that. You might even say like, oh my god, my retirement money is lost. Like, how can I pay for all this new stuff? I'm a new idiot. Things like that. But just know that you're gonna revive eventually as you come out of this, overreaction, if you may. I would say we are highly overreacted across the spectrum, especially yesterday. The sell-off that we saw across the market was mainly driven by retail investors. So that's something to think about, right? We eventually will come back out of this tunnel that we're in right now and then get back up to the euphoria. So selling now would not make any sense at all. I think being more logically dollar cost averaging, and if you don't have any cash reserve, probably just don't even look at your account, and just let it ride, and eventually you come back out. That's just this is part of the market psychology. This is part of investing. So you just have to be able to sustain the storm, if you may, right? And then with respect to Cardano, down about 1%, at the 38 out of 70 right now. So anywhere from current level all the way to 74, we're really depleted. So we've been just kind of sleeping for quite some time across the crypto market perspective. Solana is down about 0.26%, anywhere from 80 all the way to 75 from here. Is the 40 out of 70. It's still logical to .tca. XRP is flat as well. You could see that we had that slight pump and try to get up to 85, but we couldn't. We gave back up, so now we're heading on to the 69. I personally like anywhere from 62 to 57 from here. Polkadot's down about 1% at 1736 right now. Anywhere from basically $16 to $14 at 46 out of 70 right now. So I would wait until we come back down a little bit more to $16 bare minimum. ALGORAND's down about 1.5%. We are rock bottom, really, and I think there's something wrong with the RSI scale. Let me just double click. Yeah, so with a 36 out of 70, Algorand's just a falling knife right now. It doesn't really seem to have a bottom, or at least try to form a bottom. I think the next bottom technically would be somewhere around 65 to 60 because those are flat numbers. But I don't know enough about the fundamentals of this asset. So ultimately, if you invest in this, you have to believe in this asset for it to for you to feel comfortable investing in this long term, right? Because ultimately this is a long term game, not a short term affectation that, you know, should dictate your decision on selling or buying, right? Shiba Inu is at the buying area, so anywhere from low 2000, so at the 2100 right now, 2100, 1400, 900 from here. And then MacTac is anywhere from current level all the way to 120. It's still logical with the 39 out of 70. AVAX down about 1.6%, 59 to 50, based on the current setup right now, the 48 out of 70. And then lastly, Luna, we talked about this early in the video, so 62, 52 to 45 from here. Alright, so that's it for today with respect to this morning. Not for the day, just for the morning. I'll do another one later today. But have a good day and take care.